So Orb Energy is a leading provider of solar energy solutions, and we manufacture, we install, we finance, and we service systems for residential and commercial customers. Yeah, we do both electricity, so rooftop solar for electricity, and we do it for solar water heating too. Our plans for India, we've been here now more than 10 years in India. We see the scope for rooftop solar to be very big, right? So we think that, this target the government has of 40 gigawatts by 2022, we want to do at least 1 gigawatt of that. Today we're still far away. Today we're doing annually about 20 megawatts, but we see a tremendous scope to grow. We've got now 50 megawatts of production capacity. We think in the next 3 years that's 500 megawatts of production capacity. And we see that, eventually by 2022, we want to see how we can get to 1 gigawatt installed power. Our rooftop is not more than, probably today it's about 3 gigawatts, 2 to 3 gigawatts, yeah. Of rooftop, yeah, because the year before last was about 600, 700 megawatts, then it got to about 1.5 gigawatts, and then historically so it's about 2.5 gigawatts. Main focus is rooftop. That's our specialty. We like distributed. The beauty of rooftop is the roofs are there. The sun is shining, so you should utilize the rooftop, right? We're present in Kenya as well, where we're also starting the business, rooftop business there. But India is our focus. We really find India is the most exciting country for rooftop. It gives customers a really fast payback, so 3 to 4 years. It gives them, then after that, power is effectively free for them. Panels last for 25 years. So they get their money back in 3 to 4 years, then it's free power going forward. I'm an American who co-founded the company in India with my colleague Ramesh, but we are an Indian-based company. One is American, one is Indian, and the team is all Indian. I'm the only foreigner. Yeah. So it's an Indian-based company, correct. Well, like we were talking about today with rooftop, it's not like doing one big power plant where you can do it all in one transaction, you get it all installed. You have to do it over thousands and thousands of customers. So there's more transaction cost, right? There's more transaction time involved with doing that. You have to go find the customer, you have to convince the customer. It's happening though, the awareness is increasing, and we see that the curve, the rate of adoption is dramatically increasing. For the last 3 years, we've grown 100% every year in terms of megawatts sold. So it's a very fast-moving segment of the solar market. Where are we now? We're over 100 crore now. By the end of this year, we expect to be closer to 200 crore at the end of this year. So it's growing fast. Well, look, I think this challenge with the import duty is a little worrying. We support an import duty on the solar module because I think in India, there's a lot of solar module manufacturers that could benefit from a duty on the module. But if you put a duty on the solar cell, there's not as much solar cell production in India. It can't cater to the market. So it's very challenging. If we start to have a more expensive solar cell, then the customer is going to pay more for their rooftop solar. Then the market's going to decline. So for us, that's the worrying policy right now. Well, that's a discussion now. That is, it's not clear. Well, some in the industry want it, and some don't want it. So it's a bit of a debate now. I think the compromise is that the module should have the import duty, but not the solar cell. So I think the module too is a very job-intensive, manpower-intensive sector, which will create a lot of jobs. So if you want to create that in India, then put the duty on the module. The cell is capital intensive, it's energy intensive. It's a lot more, in that sense, it'll take longer to come up. If you put a heavy duty on that now, you'll limit the size of the market. In Kenya, we're doing mostly residential rooftop now, solar electricity and solar water heating. We are also now venturing into commercial. So just like India, we started with residential here, then we moved into commercial and industrial. We see the same trend in Kenya. No, it's small now. It's about 1/10 of the size of India. But it's still finding its feet. We entered in 2014. No, right now India's big enough. Yeah, we're happy in India. But we do export. We export to certain countries. We'd like to see that exports pick up. We export in other parts of Asia, and we export to Africa. And I want to see both of those come up. So Orb Energy is a leading provider of solar energy solutions in India. We've been here for more than 10 years. We are vertically integrated, so we do manufacturing, financing, installation, and service of solar energy solutions. Solar photovoltaics means solar electricity for rooftop, both residential and commercial. And we do solar water heating for both residential and commercial customers as well. The industry in India now is very exciting. I've been here 10 years, this is the most exciting it's been. So it's picking up. I think the government has been very supportive, which has helped tremendously. It's created more awareness, but also the cost of the solar panel has come down tremendously now. And as the cost of the panel comes down, so more and more customers get interested in going for solar. They just take their power in their own hands and they decide, you know what, with solar I can save money, so I'm going to put a rooftop system on my factory, and they just simply reduce their electricity bill. Well, you know, now already on price, customers like an industrial customer or a commercial customer gets about a 2 to 3 year payback. That's a very attractive price. It's already for them very economic, because after that the module lasts for more than 25 years. So once they get the payback in 3 years, let's say, then for the next 22 years it's free power. Free power is a very good proposition for any customer. I mean, my expectation for India is that India is going to become primarily a solarized economy. I think if you look at 2050, I think 60% of India's energy supply to 70% will come from solar. It's perfect for solar. It's got tons of sunshine. It's got very, very good cost of installation. Some of the lowest costs in the world you'll find in India. So in terms of the raw potential in India, plus the finance, plus the engineering skills, plus the entrepreneurship, then I'm convinced that about 60 to 70% of India's energy supply will come from solar by 2050. Today our manufacturing unit is a 60 megawatt based out of Bengaluru. So it's just been running for 1 year, but we have a plan to double it now to 100 to 120 megawatts by the end of this year. We feed our own projects. We do very little just module selling, so all our production goes into our projects. We see scope to increase that to 500 gigawatts over the next 3 years. 500 megawatts over the next 3 years. Our plant is currently in Karnataka. We are investing in teams here. We have an office in Telangana. We have an office also in Andhra Pradesh. We have teams of installers as well as salespeople, and that's what we're going to build on now. Yeah. So we see Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Our two strongest states today are Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. We're still emerging in Telangana. We see one of the very attractive schemes that we use is this 30% subsidy for schools, colleges, institutions. That in Andhra Pradesh goes very well, and we work closely with NEDCAP to deliver it. So I see scope in this year for us in Telangana. We expect we will do about between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, more than 15 megawatt of rooftop installation.